a pretty lovely good evening once again from here in Delhi, and hope as always that each one of you are absolutely fine, happy, and of course in fine spirits. So coming directly to the business end, today we are going to start, as you can see flashing on your screens, this is accounting for branches, including foreign branches. Needless to add, and as you know better than I, actually this happens to be a pretty strong chapter, pretty formidable chapter, and highly penetrative, potent, and very important from the examination point of view. If we are going to actually scan the trends of the new syllabus of the past examination, then we are going to see that almost every question is struck from this particular chapter. So that should work as a motivating factor why you need to pay extra attention. I've already told you it's a pretty lengthy chapter, pretty long chapter, no doubt about that. So anyway, we come directly straight to the business end and start this particular chapter. It's a crucial one, as I told you already. Of course, branch accounting. Obviously, as a professional student, first of all, you need to know what we mean by branches. Now, it looks pretty innocent question. What is branches? But it is sometimes becomes very difficult to answer it. See here, suppose there is a head office and we presume that head office is situated in city A. Head office is in city A. And let us say this head office opens another office. This head office opens another office in city B. Now, this office will be termed as branch. So, in simple word, if somebody asks, actually, what do you mean by branches? Your answer should be absolutely crisp and concise. What is a branch? A branch could be an office, it could be an extension, it could be an outpost, it could be an outpost. Correct? So, branch simply refers to an extension or outpost or an office of the head office, and which is generally situated in a geographical region which is different from the one where the head office is situated. As I told you, head office is situated in city A and its extension or outpost or office is situated in what we call city B. So this will be termed as branch. Now the next question is a professional student which you need to ask yourself actually, why actually this head office needed to open a branch? Why organization open branch? Quite obviously, because we want to capture wider market, we want to capture wider clientele, we want to increase our sale, we want to increase our turnover, we want to increase the profit. So that is the basic idea of opening a branch. Is it clear to you? Then we come to the next question, what is branch accounting? What is branch accounting? Very simple to answer. If we have the branches, naturally we want to actually keep the track of our branches. Suppose if a head office has got, let us say, 3 branches. So in order to keep the track of the performance of these 3 branches, whether these branches are functioning up to our expectation, up to our what we call targets, or these branches are really fetching us return or not, whether they need remedial action or not, for that we need to have branch accounting. So in simple words, accounting for branches is known as branch accounting, and branch accounting is adopted by an organization in order to actually track the performance of the branches. Is it clear to you? These are simple basic questions which I simply asked of you. Now our next point is, now we come to another important aspect. We will see later on, branches are broadly classified into 2 important segments. One is known as domestic branches and another one is known as foreign branches. Domestic branches are also known as inland branches. They are also sometimes termed as home branches. What we mean by domestic branches in simple words, suppose our head office is in Delhi and our branch office is in Chennai. So our head office and branch office are within the domestic territory within the same nation. Correct? Then it will be termed as, this branch will be termed as domestic branch. So domestic branches means such branches which are located within the domestic territory of a nation. Whereas foreign branches, suppose our head office is in Delhi and our branch is in USA. So in this case, you can say that this particular branch is situated in USA. That means it is situated abroad or outside the domestic territory. It will be termed as what we call foreign branches. Is it clear to you or not? So branches are broadly categorized into 2 types, domestic branches and foreign branches. Is it clear to you? Now we will see later on that domestic branches are further subdivided into 2 parts. That is dependent branches and independent branches. Dependent branches and independent branches. Is it clear to you? Now, what is dependent branches? The name itself is suggesting that these branches are dependent. Dependent means they are dependent upon the head office. I'm talking about domestic branches. Two broad classifications are domestic branches and foreign branches. Now, domestic branches are further subdivided into two parts, as I just told you a moment ago actually. One is dependent branches and another one is independent branches. Now, what we mean by dependent branches, as I told you, the name itself is suggesting that these branches are dependent and dependent upon the head office. That means dependent branches are completely dependent upon the head office. Dependent branches are those branches which are completely dependent upon the head office. And when we say they are completely dependent upon the head office, what we mean by that? Indirectly it means all the major decisions with respect to branch will vest in the hands of the head office. All the major decisions will be taken by the head office. Whatever decisions head office will take, branch will have to follow that, because branch is completely dependent upon the head office. Whatever goods branch will require, those goods will be sent by the head office. That means branch is generally not allowed to purchase the goods of their own. So in case if they require goods, those goods will be sent by head office. All the expenses of the branch will be what we call taken care of by the head office, or will be met by the head office. So whatever expenses of the branch, like wages, salary, rent, advertisement expense, insurance expense, so for that, head office will send the cash to the branch. So that is why I am saying dependent branches. Dependent branches means branch is completely dependent upon the head office. Is it clear to you? And we will see later on that in case of dependent branches, we will come across three accounting systems. One is known as debtor system, another one is known as stock and debtor system, then there is wholesale branch system. Wholesale branch system, sometime also referred to as branch final account system. Is it clear to you? So this is an overview. Now we come to the point. As I told you a moment ago, first of all, what we mean by branches. What is branches? As I told you, branch simply refers to an extension or an outpost or an office of the head office, and it is located in a different geographical location. Is it clear to you? In simple words, this is what we mean by branch. Now, what is branch accounting? As I told you, simply put, accounting for branches is known as branch accounting. And branch accounting is adopted by an organization, as I told you, to keep the track of the performance of the various branches. Through branch accounting, we will come to know whether the branches are functioning according to our expectations or not, whether they are earning sufficient amount of profits or not. If they are not earning sufficient amount of profits, or if they are not achieving the set out targets, then definitely through branch accounting, we can take the remedial action and we will come to know about what we call their performance, isn't it? Then I told you branches are basically classified into two main parts. Domestic branches, as I told you, and foreign branches. Just a moment ago, I also told you domestic branches are also known as inland branches or home branches. Domestic branches are also known as inland branches or home branches. Domestic branches means such branches which are situated within the domestic territory of a nation. Correct? So first of all, we need to take care of domestic branches. Just a moment ago, I also told you domestic branches are subdivided into two parts. Domestic branches are further subdivided into two parts, dependent branches and independent branches. And I was just explaining you a moment ago what we mean by dependent branches. Dependent branches, as I told you, they are completely dependent upon the head office. When we say they are completely dependent upon the head office, what does it mean? As I told you, all the goods required by branch are sent by the head office. So whatever goods will be required by branch, those goods will be sent by the head office. All the expenses of the branch will be met by the head office. All the major decisions of the branch will be taken by the head office. The branch is expected to simply what we call implement the decision instructions of the what we call head office and execute them well. And accounting, and most important part, in case of dependent branches, I will tell you later on that entire accounting is done in the books of the head office. That means branch is not going to do any accounting. Entire accounting will be done in the books of what we call head office. So in case of dependent branches, very important to remember that entire accounting will be done in the books of the head office. Is it clear to you or not? Now coming over to the next point. As I told you a moment ago also, that generally we come across three systems under dependent branches. Accounting systems under dependent branches. There are three accounting systems. One is known as debtor system. Another one is known as stock and debtor system. And another one is known as wholesale branch system. And wholesale branch system, many people do not know. Indirectly, it is also referred to as branch final account system. Is it clear to you? Because sometimes people may say there are 4 accounting systems: data system, stock and data system, wholesale branch system, final account system. Actually, wholesale branch system and final account system are one and same thing, to be very honest with you. Is it clear to you? Now, first of all, we are going to explain the data system. What we mean by data system. Is it clear to you or not? As I told you that under dependent branches, there are 3 systems which we are going to come across, and one among them is data system, another one happens to be stock and data system. Then I told you the third one is wholesale branch system, and sometimes also referred to as branch final account system. Now, as far as data system is concerned, the first thing which you need to understand about data system is that generally this system is adopted by organizations which are having very small number of transactions. Correct? Data system is generally adopted by organization having very small number of transactions. So under data system, we can say that it is a part of dependent branches, as we saw. Under dependent branches, we have 3 systems, and one among them is actually data system. So this is the first point which I have written over here, that it is a part of the dependent branches. Second point is that, and I told you a moment ago, whatever system under dependent branches are there, the accounting is done in the books of the head office. So even under data system, we can say that entire accounting will be done in the books of the head office. That means branch is not going to do any accounting. Is it clear to you or not? Now, in order to find the results of the branch, because the accounting will be done in the books of the head office, as I told you a moment ago, the head office prepares branch account and data account. In this system, under data system, and remember one thing, that data system is generally adopted by organizations which are having very few transactions, very less number of transactions, not very high or very large number of transactions. Correct? And under this, I have already told you, the entire accounting will be done in the books of the head office, and head office in respect of branch will prepare a branch account and sundry debtors account. Is it clear to you or not? Then the next point is that, because a moment ago I also told you that head office is going to prepare only branch account and sundry debtors account. So quite obviously it means head office is not going to prepare any other account. And when head office in respect of branch is preparing only branch account and debtors account, indirectly it leads to the conclusion that it is not a full-fledged double entry accounting system. And to be very honest with you, under dependent branches, we may see later on, in fact, that neither data system, nor stock and data system, nor wholesale branch system is a complete double entry accounting system. All these systems are not what we call complete accounting system. Is it clear to you? So I have written over here, it is not a complete or full-fledged accounting system. And why? Because here head office is preparing only branch account and what we call sundry debtors account. And I have already told you that generally this system is adopted by such organizations which are having very small number of transactions. So these are the features of data system. Is it clear to you or not? Is it clear? Fine. If it is clear to you, now we come over to the next point. Obviously, now we are going to explain first the data system, and then we will move over to what we call stock and data system, and finally to wholesale branch system. And once we shall have covered the wholesale branch system, indirectly it means we have covered the dependent branches. Then we will move over to independent branches, and finally we will move over to the foreign branches. It's a pretty long chapter, no doubt about that. So in order to comprehend the intricacies which are involved with respect to what we call data system, first of all, have a look over here. Just have a look over here. And it is very important for you to, and you will note it down later on. We presume that this is the accounting year. And let us say accounting year is starting on 1/4/2027. We presume that accounting year is starting on 1/4/2027. And accounting year is ending on 31st/3/2028. Correct? Accounting year is commencing on 1/4/2027, as I told you, and it is ending on 31st/3/2028. Now, in this accounting year, let us say there are some transactions which have taken place between the head office and the branch. Some transactions have taken place between the head office and the branch. What are those transactions? Let us say on this particular date, whatever date, here it is written goods sent to branch office. Through this particular example, first of all, I am trying to tell you what possible transaction could take place between the head office and the branch. Correct? So here it is written goods sent to branch account rupees 5 lakh. That means in this particular accounting year, head office has sent 5 lakh worth of goods to branch, and I have already told you that all the goods will be sent by the branch or will be sent by the head office, and branch is not allowed to purchase the goods. Correct? Then here I have written goods returned by branch. Now head office, let us say head office is in Delhi and branch is in Chennai. Now head office has sent 5 lakh worth of goods. And of course Chennai is quite far away. Sometimes goods reach the destination in such a condition that branch manager might feel that he won't be able to dispose them off at a price which is expected of him by the head office. Are you getting my point or not? It's a pretty high distance between Delhi and Chennai, as I told you. After covering such a long distance, 5 lakh rupees worth of goods have reached the Delhi, and suddenly the branch manager feels actually that some of these goods are in such a mutilated condition because of the travel, correct? Or they are in a damaged condition, or they are in such a condition that he won't be able to dispose them off at a price which is expected of him by the head office. So he will play a simply safe game. So he will simply return the goods. So sometime it may happen that goods which have been sent by head office may be returned by the branch. So branch has returned out of 5,50,000 worth of goods. Is it clear to you or not? So this is the another point. 50,000 worth of goods have been returned by the branch. 5 lakh worth of goods have been sent. Then here I have written, correct, during the accounting year, here I have written that cash sent for branch for expenses. Of course, our branch office is in Chennai. There may be what we call several expenses which the branch may have to incur. For example, wages of the what we call workers, salary of the staff, and let us say branch office has been taken on rent, so we may have to pay the rent, some advertisement expenses, etc. So all these expenses, as I told you a moment ago, will be met by the head office. So that is why here I have written cash sent for branch expenses. Let us say 20,000 worth of cash has been sent by head office to the branch. Is it clear to you? Now, here I have written cash sales. Obviously, the branch will try to sell the goods which have been sent by head office at a maximum possible price. Correct? This should be the basic target of the branch manager. I have already told you under dependent branches and especially under data system, correct? Entire accounting is done in the books of head office, number one. All the major decisions will be taken by the head office. The only responsibility of the branch is to execute all the instructions which have been delivered by the head office to the best possible manner. So obviously the target of the branch manager will be to sell the goods at the highest possible price. And we presume that branch has sold the goods, and some of those goods have been sold in cash. So here I have written cash sales, and cash sales are worth rupees 4 lakh. And some goods have been sold on credit. So credit here I have written that means credit sales, and credit sales is equal to 3 lakh. So total sales of the branch is 4 lakh plus 3 lakh, you can say 3 lakh and 7 lakh, and out of that 4 lakh is cash sales and credit sale is equal to 3 lakh. Is it clear to you? So it is this, through this particular example actually I'm trying to tell you what could be the possible transaction during a particular accounting period between the head office and the branch. Is it clear to you? We have already seen that goods have been sent by the head office and some of the goods have been returned. Then cash has been sent by the head office to meet the expenses, and then branch has disposed the goods for cash rupees 4 lakh and for credit actually rupees 3 lakh. Now at the end of the year, it is quite obvious and quite natural that branch may have some closing balances because we have sent the goods. So it could be a possibility that some of the goods might have not been sold till the end of the accounting year. So when we say closing balance of stock, it means such goods which have been sent by the head office and which have remained unsold till the end of the accounting year. So here I have written stock 70,000. That means 70,000 worth of the stock is lying with the branch till the end of the accounting year. And similarly, here I have written closing debtors. Now, closing debtors means, as I told you, branch will sell the goods, and it may sell the goods on cash, it may sell the goods on credit. So, it could be a possibility that by the end of the year, we may not have actually collected the entire amount. So, some of the debtors are still there. So, 1 lakh worth of debtors are there. Now, these closing balances of the branch will become opening balances in the next accounting year. And here, as you have seen, just wait for a while. And here you have seen actually I have written and haven't talked about it. Here I have written in the beginning of the year, branch is having some opening balances. So you can see actually last year, that means prior to this particular year, means because this the current year is on running from 1/4/2027 and ending on 31st of 3/2028. So last year must have ended on 31st of 3/2027. So at the end of the last year, there may be actually some closing balances of stock and debtors. So those balances now will be brought forward and will be written as opening balances. So indirectly, it means on this particular date, branch is having opening balance of stock 50,000 and debtors balance is rupees 2 lakh. So this is the entire what we call scenario of the information for this particular accounting year. Is it clear to you? In this accounting year, now we can say the complete information is like this. On 1/4/2027, branch is having opening balance of stock 50,000 and 2 lakh, and at the end of the year, branch is having closing stock of 70,000 and debtors 1 lakh. And in this accounting year, as I told you, head office has sent actually 5 lakh worth of goods to the branch, and some of those goods have been returned to the tune of rupees 50,000. And head office has also sent cash to the extent of rupees 20,000 to meet the expenses of the branch. Isn't it or not? And now, another information was that branch has sold the goods and cash sales are rupees 4 lakh and credit sales are worth rupees 3 lakh. Now, let us say this is the information, and through this particular information, let us say we have to do accounting under data system. So, under data system, how accounting is done, now I will let you know about that. Under data system, I have already told you, accounting is done in the books of the head office. So many times now I have told you that data system is generally adopted by organizations which are having very small number of transactions. Number one, and accounting is done in the books of the head office, and it is not a complete full-fledged double entry accounting system. So keeping such points in mind, now we move over to the next step, that is accounting aspects. Now under the accounting aspect, first of all I will draw a branch account. And basic purpose is to give you an idea actually how the accounting is done under data system. I will draw a branch account, and besides that I am going to draw a debtors account. Is it clear to you? So here it is branch account. First of all I will write in the books of head office, because the entire accounting will be done in the books of the head office. So in the books of head office, in the books of head office. In the books of head office, I will write here branch account. Branch account. So head office will prepare branch account, number one. And number two, head office will also prepare branch debtors account. We call it branch debtors account. Now the point is how these accounts will be prepared and what exactly is the methodology of preparing the account. To be very honest with you, it's a very simple task. Under data system, accounting is almost like a child's play or almost like a stroll in the park. First of all, we will have to take care of the opening balances. Whatever opening balances will be there, you are simply going to put them on the debit side of the branch account. Is it clear to you? On the debit side of the branch account, I am going to write here, first of all, to balance brought down. To balance brought down. It is as simple as that. Now, there is opening balance of opening stock and debtors. Opening stock and debtors. Now, what is the balance of the opening stock and what is the balance of the debtors? Now, opening stock, as you can see, is equal to 50,000 and debtors is equal to 2 lakhs. So, we will simply write here opening stock 50,000 and we are going to write debtors 2 lakh. But important point is that you must not let it escape out of your memory that you are also preparing debtors account. The moment you are going to write here debtors, you should not forget to actually write it in debtors account also, because you are preparing debtors account. So under debtors account, I am going to write balance brought down 2 lakh. So as far as debtors balance is concerned, it will also feature in the branch account and it will also be written under the debit side of the branch debtors account, quite obviously. This is the opening balance. Now we will have a look over the transaction. The first transaction is that in the current accounting year, head office has sent goods worth rupees 5 lakh to branch. When head office will send the goods to the branch, your simple entry will be, you need not require to pass the entry, but just to make the point clear, our entry will be branch account debit to goods sent to branch account. Branch account debit to goods sent to branch account. Here branch account is getting debited because of goods sent to branch account. So I am going to write goods sent to branch account on the debit side. It is as simple as that. Is it clear to you or not? So whenever head office is going to send the goods to the branch, the entry will be branch account debit to goods sent to branch account. And on the debit side of the branch, I will have to write to goods sent to branch account. In short form, I have written here GSTB account, and this is legal short form. Goods sent to branch account. So 5 lakh worth of goods we have sent. This is one way of putting the transaction in the account. Another way of analyzing the transaction is that you presume as if you are the accountant of the head office. You presume yourself as the accountant of the head office. Whenever head office will get imparted with anything, you are going to put it on the debit side. Here, head office is sending the goods. That means head office is getting imparted with rupees 5 lakh worth of goods. So anything by which head office will get imparted, correct? So that will be put on the debit side of the branch account. It is as simple as that. So this is the entry. But in the next transaction, here it is written that branch office has returned 50,000 worth of goods back to head office. So when head office sends the goods, we pass this entry. Obviously, when head office will return the goods, we do not pass this entry. We do not pass this entry, returns account debit to branch account. We do not pass this entry, rather we reverse this entry. That means our entry will be goods sent to branch account. Earlier entry was branch account debit to goods sent to branch account when we send the goods. And now when goods are being returned, we will simply reverse the entry and the name of the account will remain same, goods sent to branch account, but now it will be debited and branch account will be credited. So that means we will have to reverse the entry. Is it clear to you? We will never write returns account debit to branch account. So when branch office is going to actually return the goods, this is the entry, and as per this particular entry you can see branch account is getting credited. So on the credit side of the branch, I will write here buy goods sent to branch account. The name of the account will remain goods sent to branch account. However, in bracket you can write returns. Is it clear to you? So these goods have been returned. This is one way of analyzing the transaction. Another way is that I told you a moment ago, whenever head office is going to get imparted with something, you are going to actually put it on the debit side. At the same time, whenever head office is going to receive something from the branch, we are going to put it on the credit side. Because this time branch is sending back the goods to us. So we are receiving the goods. So I am going to put it on the credit side. Is it clear to you or not? Now the next transaction is, in the current year, as you can see, head office has sent cash to branch to meet the expenses, or for branch expenses we have sent a cash. When we will send the cash, our entry will be branch account debit to cash account. Branch account debit to cash account. This will be the entry. This is one way. And another way is that we are sending the cash, so we are getting imparted with the cash. So I am going to put it on the debit side. So on the debit side of the branch account, I will simply write to cash. Very simple way of doing the accounting. To cash. Here you can also signify this cash has been sent to meet the expenses. The expenses are worth rupees 20,000 in this particular case. So I will write here 20,000. Very simple. Is it clear to you? Now the next one is cash sales and credit sales. Now here is the point where you need to pay a bit of attention. Under data system, when we are going to do the accounting, and especially when we are going to prepare the branch account, you need to take care of this particular fact that we are going to actually use a word known as remittances. 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 And under remittances, we will have to write cash sales. We will have to write cash sales. And we will have to write cash received from debtors. Cash received from debtors. Cash received from debtors. First of all, you need to understand the meaning of remittances. The remittances means to send. To send. We will see later on that branch office is expected, as I told you a moment ago, because all the decisions are in the hands of the head office. All the instructions are being forwarded by the head office. Correct? That means entire charge of affair is head office. The only responsibility or only target of the branch office is to do the maximum possible sales, collect the maximum possible cash and send it back or remit it back to the head office. So when we will use the word remittances, what does it mean? It means total cash collected by the branch through cash sales and from debtors. Through cash sales and from debtors and remitted to head office. This is the meaning of remittances. Remittances means total cash collected by branch on account of cash sales and from such customer to whom goods have been sold on credit. Cash receipt from debtors. So whatever cash which the branch is going to collect through cash sales and from debtors, and that cash will be sent to the head office and it is known as remittances. So remittances here, head office is going to receive cash from the branch and head office will receive cash from the branch and branch will collect the cash in the form of cash sales and cash receipt from debtors. Is it clear to you or not? So remittances will be written on the credit side of the branch. And here we have seen cash sales is equal to 4 lakh. So I'm going to write here under cash sales, in front of cash sales, I'm going to write 4 lakh. Is it clear to you? Now the next point is actually credit sales. Credit sales. Here I haven't written credit sales. Here I have written cash receipt from debtors. Now, as far as credit sale is concerned, before you understand its accounting treatment, you need to pay attention here. Actually, whenever we are going to do branch accounting, we need to keep in our mind that there are 3 parties which are involved. One, head office, another one is branch office, and another one is customers. Customers means debtors. In accounts, customer and debtors are used synonymously. Customers or debtors are used synonymously. Is it clear to you? Whenever you are going to do the accounting under branches, you always presume that you are dealing with 3 parties. One, as I told you, head office, another one happens to be branch office, and the last one happens to be the debtors. Now kindly pay attention, and it's a pretty important point because student fraternity never actually go through these important, finer, deeper points, and that is why they always find themselves in a quagmire of troubles. So I just want to actually give you a very solid foundation, so kindly pay attention here. Whatever transaction which will take place between head office and branch office, whatever transaction which will take place between head office and branch office, only such transaction will find place in the branch account. Only such transaction will find place in the branch account. Whatever transaction which will take place between head office and branch office, only such transaction will be featured or will find place in the branch account. This is the first point which you need to understand. Another important point, whatever transaction which will take place between branch office and branch debtors or customer, those transactions will never ever be written under branch account. Are you getting my point or not? If the transaction is taking place between A and B, why C will record it? So similarly, any transaction which is taking place between branch office and branch customer will not be written under branch account. Then where it will be written? It will be written under branch debtors. It will be written under branch debtors. It will be written under branch debtors. Because it is branch which has sold the goods to the customer. It is branch which has sold the goods to the customer. Are you getting my point or not? So that is why credit sales will not be written in what we call branch account. It will be written only in what we call debtors account. And here some of you may counter me by saying, sir, even cash sales has been incurred by branch. So why you have written cash sales over here? Now I will give you the answer. I will give you the answer for that, but first of all, you try to understand this particular point. So here, credit sales have been incurred by what we call branch office. This is a transaction between branch office and branch customer, number one. And number two, this transaction, because taking place between branch office and customer, and in this case, head office is not coming into play, this transaction will not find place in the branch account. The credit sales will be written under debtors account. When you do the credit sale, your debtors increase. So that is why, in order to increase the debtors, I will write it on the debit side. So credit sales will be written on the debit side. So credit sales in this case is 3 lakhs. So point number one is quite important, that credit sales will not find place in the branch account. I have given you the reason. Now I will give you the answer to your query. Your query indirectly was, what about cash sales? So you have written cash sales in the branch account. Some of you may say so, because I have written here cash sales in the branch account, and even cash sales have been incurred by the branch. The reason being is that I have already told you the basic responsibility of the branch is to collect as much as cash, and after collecting the cash, send it back to the head office. No doubt that cash sales also have been incurred by the branch. Now the branch will collect the cash through cash sales, and that cash ultimately will be sent by branch to the head office. So that is the reason that as far as cash sales is concerned, it is written in the branch account. Is it clear to you or not? Because ultimately this transaction is also taking here, actually head office is also getting involved, because whatever cash will be collected by the branch through cash sales, that amount will be sent back to the head office. But in case of credit sales, we haven't yet collected the cash. Is it clear? So as far as credit sales is concerned, credit sale will be written only in debtors account. Now in this example, I haven't written discount, I haven't written bad debts, but these transactions are generally considered as taking place between the what we call branch and branch debtors. Correct? Similarly, we will see later on sales return. Sales return means goods returned by credit customer. Is it clear to you? So whenever in the upcoming sessions or later on when we will do the practical question, whenever you will come across such transactions like credit sales, like discount allowed to debtors, like bad debts, like sales returns, these transactions will never ever be written in the branch account. It will be written only in the debtors account. If there would have been discount allowed in this particular question, I would have written it on the credit side of the debtors account. Similarly, bad debts would have been written on the credit side of the debtors account. Similarly, sales return would have been written on the credit side of the debtors account. Is it clear to you or not? So such transaction which take place exclusively between branch office and what we call customers, such transaction will find place only in debtors account. Is it clear to you or not? So at this particular moment, it is sufficient to say that credit sales need not be written in the branch account. Correct? I have given you the reason, because it is an exclusive transaction which is taking place between the branch office and the customers. Now the next transaction was, now we have come to the end of the year. At the end of the year, it is stated in the question that there is balance of what we call closing stock worth rupees 70,000, and besides that there is balance of debtors worth rupees 1 lakh. Correct? As you can see, 70,000 and 1 lakh. These are the closing balances. I've already told you that as far as opening balances are concerned, they are put on the debit side of the branch account. Correct? Similarly, if there will be any closing balance, all you need to do is to put them on the credit side. Now, closing balance of stock in this particular question, as you have seen, is equal to 70,000. Is equal to 70,000. As we saw here, 70,000. And closing balance of debtors is equal to 1 lakh. Now, closing balance of debtors is equal to 1 lakh. So, I am going to write here 1 lakh. Closing balance of debtors is equal to 1 lakh. Clear? Now, because I am preparing debtors account, I need to take care that any transaction related with debtors must find place in the debtors account also. So, closing balance of debtors will also be put over here. Closing balance of debtors 1 lakh. I will write here. Is it clear to you? First target should be to tally the, now our information is complete because we have completed all the transaction, opening balance, goods sent to branch accounts, goods return, cash sent, then cash sales, credit sales, and then closing balances of stock and debtors. Now, entire information has been deposited in these two accounts. Now, your next target will be, first of all, to tally your branch debtors account. Now, if I am going to tally my branch debtors account, now you think logically. There are opening balance of what we call debtors 2 lakh. That means you are supposed to actually receive 2 lakh from the debtors already. And this, in the current year, you sold goods 3 lakh worth on credit. So quite obviously, now your total debtors are 5 lakh. So logically, by the end of the year, your debtors amount should have had reflected 5 lakh rupees. Because 2 lakh debtors were already there and you sold actually 3 lakh worth of goods to them on credit in the current year. So by the end of the accounting year, the debtors balance should have reflected 5 lakh. But here closing balance of the debtor is 1 lakh only. What does it mean? It means out of 5 lakh you must have received 4 lakh from the debtors. So that is the reason your balancing figure will be considered as cash received from debtors. Cash from debtors. Cash from debtors. That means in the current year you must have received a cash of rupees 4 lakh from your total debtors. Your total debtors actually 2 lakh plus 3 lakh or 5 lakh. And because it is given in the question that at the end of the year, you are having only 1 lakh worth of debtors. So quite obviously, you must have had received 4 lakh in the current accounting year. Now, cash receipt from debtors, I told you a moment ago, it is also a part of remittances. So cash receipt from debtors, I will write over here, the amount is 4 lakh. So I am going to write here 4 lakh. So this is how your branch account will be prepared. That means as far as debtor system is concerned, I have already told you, correct? Because what the people will do, they will simply draw a format and simply tell you this is how you will have to prepare the branch account. But through logical stages, I am trying to make you understand actually how we are supposed to prepare the branch account. So this is how the branch account will be prepared. And it is very simple. You must have seen actually there is hardly anything which require what we call mental stretchability. So now I am going to tally it. If I am going to tally it, what will be the total? Let's see, 4 lakh, 8 lakh 50, 8 lakh 50, 9 lakh 50 plus 70, 10 lakh 20 will be your credit side total. And from the credit side total, if I am going to subtract my debit side total of, that is 7 lakh 750, 770. So I think 2 lakh 50,000 will be my net profit. Of course, this balancing figure will be termed as net profit. This balancing figure will be termed as net profit. This is your net profit. But the problem is that student fraternity become very happy. Oh, it is very easy that we have learned how to actually find out the net profit. There is what we call hardly anything what complicated in it, isn't it? Because most of you, what you want extreme simplicity, and you forget that ultimately you are supposed to become a professional. And later on, when you are going to enter into your practical arena, this much of knowledge is not sufficient. Of course, you have learned how to find out the net profit, but now actually pay attention. Suppose if I ask you how you are going to prove that this is your net profit, then many among you will find yourself absolutely at sea. You won't be able to deliver the answer. And let me tell you, no one will be able to deliver you the answer. Now I will try to prove actually how we have got this as a net profit, because generally the books will tell us only this much, that if your credit side is more, whatever balancing figure will be there, you consider it as net profit. So remember one thing, if you really want to become a true professional and professional with immense knowledge, correct, very potent knowledge, then you need to understand some deep understanding. Now kindly understand, because 2-3 intricate points now I am going to tell you. And these very important to understand this. Because in accounts, I have told you it's a net profit. The reason being is that our credit side is bigger than debit side. It is a net profit. But my point is how I am going to prove it that it is really net profit. See here, because in accounts, we cannot find out, we cannot draw out net profit unless I will have the total amount of sales. Unless I will have the total amount of sales, unless I will have the total amount of sales, and from there on, unless I am not going to subtract cost of goods sold. As you know, by subtracting cost of goods sold from the sales, generally we get gross profit. Isn't it or not? And from gross profit, if I am going to subtract the expenses, then we get actually the net profit. This is the way to find out net profit. You have learned right from your accounting journey that how the net profit is drawn out. Actually, this is the true methodology of finding out the net profit. Because from the sales, we must subtract the cost of the goods, and then we must subtract the what we call expenses. Then only we can say that leftover amount is net profit, in case if it happens to be positive one. But here the books will simply tell that if your credit side is more, then you consider it as net profit. But the point is that how you are going to prove it is a net profit. My question is this. So pay attention. Just a second ago, I told you in accounts, actually, the profits can be found out only through this particular approach. But problem is that if I'm going to find out profit through this particular approach, I need to have a comprehensive accounting system. My organization need to have a comprehensive accounting system, complete accounting system. Then only I will be able to know my total sales, cost of goods sold, expenses, etc. That means if I want to compute the profit through this approach, in that case, my organization need to have a complete accounting system. Complete accounting system. Another important point is that most of you are not aware of this particular fact, that if we want to actually have a complete comprehensive accounting system in our organization, we need to be a very big organization. We should be ready to actually churn out very heavy money, because a complete accounting system, if we want to have and adopt, then it is extremely what we call expensive task. Its affordability is very difficult. Only big organizations can afford to have what we call complete, comprehensive, full-fledged double entry accounting system. And I told you a moment ago, this organization is a small organization, because data system is generally adopted by organization having small scale of operations. So if it is a small organization, quite obviously that means it cannot afford very expensive system of accounting or very complete system of accounting. That is why they cannot actually use this methodology to find out the profit. Are you getting my point or not? Put it in other words. For example, suppose there is a person and is very hungry. He is a very hungry person. And if he has got sufficient money, he can go to a 5-star hotel and definitely quench his what we call hungerness. But if he is a poor fellow, what he will do? Let us say he has got only 50 rupees in his pocket and is very hungry. So he can move to a roadside dhaba, and of course, whatever in 50 rupees he can get the eatables, through that actually he can quench the fire which is evolving in his stomach. Are you trying to understand my point or not? The target of whether a rich person or poor person, in this case, in this example, is only one. They want to quench the fire which is erupting in their stomach. But the rich person is able to quench it by going to a 5-star hotel, and the poor person will be able to quench it through what we call moving to a roadside dhaba. But their target is same. Similarly, here, the big organization, they can afford to have very expensive double entry comprehensive accounting system. So in that case, they can easily get all the ledger accounts, and through that it becomes very easy to find out sales, cost of goods sold, gross profit, expenses, and then finally net profit. But this is, you consider that this organization is a poor organization, not poor in the sense means they cannot afford what we call comprehensive double entry accounting system. Because they cannot afford complete comprehensive double entry accounting system, so within their limitations, now they will have to actually work out a methodology to find out a profit. So within their limitations, they will have to work out a methodology to find out profit. Now this is the methodology which we have already told you. This is the methodology. And through this balancing figure, we get the net profit. But now only thing remaining is how it is the net profit. I want you to understand that, how it is the net profit. If somebody asks you as a professional, how come this is the net profit? Let us say tomorrow you go to attend an interview, and the interviewer puts up a what we call balance sheet like this before you, or an account before you, and they ask you what is this, you will tell the net profit. Then the interviewer may ask, actually prove us that it is the net profit. So you need to understand all the basics. See here, how we are going to prove it that this is the net profit. In order to prove it, first of all, I'm going to ask you some question and you will have to deliver me the answer. Now you tell me whether in this particular account, have we written the amount of cash sales or not? Take your time and then deliver me the answer. Have we written here cash sales or not? Have we written here cash sales or not? Yes, sir, we have written cash sales. Absolutely right. Here we have written cash sales. So at least we have written in this particular account cash sales. Now my next question is, because we need to have the total, because if we want to compute the profit, I need to have the sales. That means both type of sales. Now my next question is, in branch account, have we written here amount of credit sales or not? Kindly look at it very closely and then tell me the answer. Have we written here credit sales or not? 99% guys are saying no. And one guy is selling, sir, we have written here cash receipt from debtors. But I'm not asking about cash receipt from debtor. There is a difference between cash receipt from debtors and credit sales. I'm simply asking whether we have written here in this particular account credit sales or not. So 99, now 100% are saying we haven't written here credit sale. Now this is the most intricate point which you need to understand. Now I will bemuse you with the fact, actually we have written here credit sales, but it is not getting reflected. Sir, you have written here credit sales? Yes, we have written here credit sale in a disguised manner. I will tell you how. See here. We have prepared here debtors account. You can look at here. This is your debtors account, correct? On the debit side of the debtors account, you can see we have written 2 lakh opening debtors. Isn't it or not? Now we have written on the debit side as 3 lakh as the amount of credit sales. And on the credit side, we have written cash receipt from debtor, as you can see, that is equal to 4 lakh. And on the credit side, we have also written balance carried down as 1 lakh. Are you getting my point? Now, pay attention. If I will take the difference of these 3 items, this difference will be equal to credit sales. Are you getting my point or not? This is opening debtor, this is closing debtor, this is cash receipt from debtors. And all these 3 items we have written in the branch account. And their difference is nothing but credit sales. So try to understand this particular point, because under this particular system, head office is preparing only branch account and branch debtors account. We are not preparing separately sales account. So we cannot write here credit sales directly. But without bringing the amount of credit sales, we cannot find out the profit, as I told you. So in order to bring somehow credit sale into this account, we have to write here opening debtors. We have to write here opening debtors. We have to write here closing debtors. And we have to write here cash receipt from debtors. That is why opening debtors, closing debtors are also written in the branch account, so that somehow we can bring the amount of credit sales into this particular account. Are you getting my point or not? That means credit sales are not written directly, but indirectly they are put into this particular account, because the difference of cash receipt from debtors, opening debtors and closing debtor is nothing but your credit sales. So now we can say that in the branch account, directly or indirectly, we have written the amount of credit sales also. I will write it here. So credit sales amount is 3 lakh and indirectly we have written it. Now we can say it. Are you getting my point or not? So now I can say that total amount of sales is equal to 7 lakh, which is put into this particular account. Is it clear? Now, I will ask you another question. Have we written cost of goods sold here? Just wait. Sometime internet lag takes place. Okay. Now my next question is, have we here written cost of goods sold in this particular account? Have we written cost of goods sold? Now, some of you may say, no sir, we haven't written cost of goods sold. But kindly pay attention. We have written here opening stock, correct? We have written here closing stock. We have written here goods sent to branch account. And we have written here goods sent to branch returns. Actually, the difference of these things is nothing but your cost of goods sold. I will tell you how. See here. You were having an opening stock of rupees. Opening stock was worth rupees 50,000, correct? You are the branch. You consider yourself as the branch. You are already having 50,000 worth of stock, correct? I am the head office. Head office sent you in the current year goods worth rupees 5 lakh. Head office sent 5 lakh worth of goods to branch, but branch returned 50,000 worth of goods. So we may say that net 4 lakh 50,000 worth of goods were sent to branch. So now total goods branch is having equal to 5 lakh. 50,000 you were already having, and net goods sent in the current year is 4 lakh 50. Now that means total cost of the goods which you are having at your disposal, that means branch is having 5 lakh worth of goods. And out of 5 lakh, 70,000 worth of closing stock is remaining. 70,000 worth of stock has remained. So indirectly it means the cost of the goods sold, that means 4 lakh 30,000 worth of goods you are able to sold out. So this is your cost of goods sold. So another important point is that if somebody asks you actually why we write the opening balance, because in accounts, now let me also make it very clear. In accounts, if suppose there is an opening balance of debtors or opening balance of stock, why the hell in the world we are putting them into branch account? Because generally it is not allowed. It is a violation of the rule accounting ethics. Now the point is that actually when there is a balance in debtors, I should write it in debtors account. But opening balance of debtor I have written here. Because I told you it's a small organization. And within its limitations, they want to somehow compute the profit. So they are writing here opening and closing balance of debtors to bring the amount of credit sales into this account. And similarly, they are writing opening and closing stock to bring the amount of cost of goods sold. So now we can say our cost of goods sold is 4 lakh 30. So 7 lakh minus 4 lakh 30, now I may say 2 lakh 70,000 is our gross profit. Now only thing remaining is expenses, and expenses we have written already 20,000. So our net profit will be equal to 2 lakh 50,000. So I have also given you a proof also that how it is the net profit. And many among us actually do not know what is the reason. Because people know only this much, that if your credit side is more, this is the net profit. Now you are the only person now at this particular moment, correct, whosoever is attending this particular class, now who know actually what exactly is the story behind this and why it is called net profit. So this is net profit. Now we are understanding in a better manner. Is it clear to you or not? Is it clear to everyone? Right, sir? Now it is absolutely clear to you. So if you have understood this much till up to this particular point, now we will discuss and stress the discussion in the next session, and we'll try to attempt lots of questions we have kept in branch account. Is it clear to you? I will show you the notes also. Where are the notes? Right, now notes have come here. So this is everything has been written also, and I have given you the notes. And now in the next session, we will start with what we call section 1, data system. And under data system, we will try to attempt what we call nearly 14-15 questions in section 1 only. Is it clear to you? Total near about 100 questions are there in branch account. So shall meet you in the next session. It's enough for the day. Correct? I hope this session must have come up to your expectation. Looking forward to have your what we call views. So on such count, now we take leave of you.